What's good, everybody? It's your boy Hockey, and today we're gonna be reacting to these new snitching allegations will ruin Young Thug's life. Now, honestly, I low key assumed that this dude snitched a while ago, just because of how hard he was just like kind of projecting towards Gunna, and like trying to make Gunna be out to be like seem to be the snitch, like, oh, he's a rat, da da da. When the thing that Gunna did, which is just take a plea deal. And basically, all he said was, yes, the YSL is a gang. He didn't incriminate anybody. He didn't directly say, yes, Thugger did this, or, whoever did this. He was just like, yes, YSL is a criminal organization, which it obviously was. There was no denying that. They had so much evidence on everybody that it's like, if you were to just sit here and lie on the stand, it'd be like, this is not, whatever. But I'm going to get
He's
straight into
learning
it.
two really
I'm
important
going to get straight
lessons
into it. I probably am going to cut that. I just
simultaneously
ran
at
it
the
for so
same
long.
time. One lesson that he's currently learning today: the streets is dumb and the rules of the streets are stupid. And the
Yep.
second lesson he's
Very
learning
much so
is
stupid.
exactly what damn near everybody in the
The
history of
streets is
Earth has
cooked,
learned,
bro. If you still in
and
the
that's
streets,
witch
you're
hunts
cooked.
are
Yes,
disaster.
you.
Witch hunts are not good for anyone because
Hell
they're
no.
not sustainable. Witch hunts usually and almost certainly blows up in your face. You see,
Yes.
when there was a Salem witch hunt, you know why it didn't work? The same reason why the rules of the streets don't work.
Why is
There's
that?
too many gray areas. When people, were being arrested and persecuted for being
Yeah.
a
A
witch,
witch.
what was the criteria? How do
Yeah.
you prove the person was a witch? Because they
Yep.
walked funny, because they talked funny. It was
Because
two
they
gray
did
areas.
this.
People at some point were just making up things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that usually blows up in your face because once there becomes no criteria to be a witch and the only criteria is an accusation, well, eventually everybody becomes a witch and everybody gets persecuted.
Yep.
Same reason, when we were out here sending communists to internment camps, there was no real criteria. There was no real way for us to dictate who the communists are. They just
Yeah.
sent 120 Japanese people in 1942 to internment camps with no
Damn.
clear definition of if they were really communist or not.
Yeah,
When
they
it
were just
comes to the
doing stuff,
streets,
bro, because they was
there's
scared.
no clear definition of what a snitch is.
Yep.
Some
Nope.
people say a snitch is if you ever gave the police any
Any
information
information.
whatsoever.
That's what I
Some
hear.
people say if you gave information that led to an arrest. Some people
I've
say
heard that too.
if you talk to the police at all. Some
You're a
people say you
fed.
could
Yeah, you're a
snitch
snitch.
on dead people to get off. Some people say you can't snitch on dead people. Some people say you could tell if it's a self-defense case. Some people say you can't tell if it's a
Yeah,
self-defense
there's too many
case.
gray
There's
areas,
too
bro.
many
Like,
gray
what is
areas.
snitching?
And
What
what
is
we're
snitching?
currently saying is
what is snitching?
there's an incentive right now for a witch hunt. There's an incentive for YouTubers and other people to make videos, do as much research as possible, trying to find
Yep.
anyone with some type of gray area there so they could make money on their YouTube channel.
Yep. Content is
by
key.
calling people snitches.
Yep.
Same thing in the streets, right? There's an incentive for if you don't like somebody, you could use a gray area and get them labeled a snitch and pretty much ruin their public
career.
reputation.
Because once you're seen as a snitch, it kind of ruins your
what Young Thug did was
your public
he
record.
don't like Gunna. So what he did, he labeled Gunna a snitch. He
Yeah.
told a lot of important rappers like Lil Durk and Lil
All
Baby,
these
who
people
could have been
that
some
that
really
Gunna
pivotal
was a
collaborators
snitch.
for Gunna when he got out of jail.
He
Gunna
literally blackballed Gunna,
is a
bro.
rat. We don't like Gunna. And it was the good old boys club in the industry pointing at Gunna saying, he's a rat. We don't like him.
Yeah.
Gunna didn't write a statement on
He
someone.
didn't snitch.
Gunna
He
didn't
did not
give
snitch.
the police anything that was used in Young Thug's trial.
Nope.
But
he
because
literally
Gunna pled guilty.
Yeah. They're like,
and
you're
Gunna
a
did
snitch.
routine
Like,
plea deal that
what?
everybody
Nigga, that
does,
makes no sense.
Gunna was labeled a snitch by Young Thug.
Didn't
Young
Thug
criteria
take a
was,
plea?
I don't care if it wasn't used against me. You pled guilty and said YSL is a gang. You saved yourself and you left us for dead. Well, in the case of Young Thug and Gunna, the criteria is if you tell the police anything,
you're a snitch.
It's snitching. Young Thug has now found himself in a situation where he's dealing with his own snitching accusations. And I done
heard a tiny bit of the clips too, bro. I heard he was yapping.
If we're going by Young Thug's own criteria, then
He
Thug
is
is
a
a rat.
snitch.
Man who
Yeah.
shot up tour buses belonging to rapper Lil Wayne pleaded guilty and
Yeah, I
accepted a
remember this shit
10-year
was
prison
crazy.
sentence. He had
Woo!
until today to take a deal. Channel 2's Cobb County Bureau Chief Ross Cavett live outside the courthouse
Right
with
outside
why
Atlanta.
the DA's tough stance on gang cases may have persuaded the gunman to take the deal.
Man known on the streets as Pee Wee or Roscoe will spend 10 years in prison. The district attorney here in Cobb County believes the gang problem is getting out of control in Cobb and really the metro. We told you about a case last week in which his office asked the judge for a 350-year sentence in another gang case. So it's likely Jimmy Winfrey saw the writing on the wall.
I think it was best for the client to do this and avoid the massive risk if he would lose even on a single count in this case.
Yeah.
Manny Aurora believes his client, Jimmy
350
Winfrey, could have
years,
beaten
boy,
most
you
of the
ain't-
27 charges in the indictment.
Oh, yeah, it was
The
this guy. I remember
prosecutorial mood against
this guy.
gangs and gang members in Cobb County is tough.
Anytime you say the word gang and there's an African-American individual, you know, prejudices.
Lil Wayne tour bus getting shot up in Atlanta while he's beefing with Young Thug and Birdman at the time. Bro, everybody and their mama knew that Young Thug and Birdman
set
was
that up.
involved. Detectives
Obviously.
knew they were involved.
Yeah.
Which is why
100%.
they spoke to Young Thug about this.
Yeah, they spoke
And
the
the interrogation footage, audio, I should say. The interrogation audio from
I'm about to say, if they
Young
got 4K
Thug being
footage and it
questioned
hasn't been
about this
released, then
actually
he's lucky as hell
resurfaced.
because that should have been
And
cooked.
it makes Young Thug look crazy. So the police was actively investigating Birdman as well because they put out documents and correspondence alleging they have reasons to believe that, that Birdman and Young Thug solicited, the Pee Wee Roscoe to do this.
Yeah,
Right?
paid
They
him
even
a little bit
mentioned
of,
how
you know what I'm saying?
Roscoe was on the phone with Birdman, like
Throw him a
minutes
little
after the
bag or
shooting.
something like that.
So the police have
Which is
always
so
been pointing
stupid.
fingers at Birdman and Young Thug, but mostly Birdman, I should say. Well, during the interrogation of Young Thug, which by the way was voluntary, Young Thug voluntarily showed up to go through this interrogation. Right? He didn't
said,
have to
"Keep
do
my
it.
name." He
Voluntarily
said,
did
"Keep
this.
my name out
But
of
during
this
the
shit."
interrogation,
I'm gonna go to the police myself
began to
and start
ask
yapping.
Young Thug about Birdman's and Lil Wayne's beef. Which, if they're asking you about their beef, at the same time,
as a
they
investigation,
putting out correspondence, they believe Birdman is involved. You should stay quiet. You should stay silent.
Yeah, no
by Young Thug's
information.
definition of what a rat
swear
is.
on the street
Well,
codes, man.
Young
OG
Thug
street
proceeded
code.
to break down the public things we knew in such of, Young Thug and Wayne is having money issues. But then
Really?
Young Thug draw the police attention to lyrics by Lil Wayne, where Lil Wayne is a legend. He's at war, and if Birdman comes for him, he's gonna go out like a Scarface or Tony Montana.
Yeah, like Tony Montana.
Young Thug told the police, "Hey, did y'all know Lil Wayne made a song on this mixtape a few months ago
Oh no!
before the shooting?
Oh no!
That if Cash Money and Birdman come for him, he's gonna go out like Tony Montana, and he's aware that Birdman has an army." Why would Young Thug say this to the police?
He really a snitch.
Is a suspect in his tour bus shooting.
Yeah,
Come find out, him and Birdman got problems because he old. Because on the mixtape that he dropped before the album, he said on one of the songs, he was like, "I don't want no problems, I just want my money."
Yeah.
Birdman is an army, I'm a one-man army. And if that nigga coming for me, I'm going out like Tony. He said those exact words.
Who is Tony?
Tony Montana. Scarface. I know Scarface.
Yeah, I'm 6.
See,
He was like, Birdman is an army.
Okay.
He said Cash Money is an army. I'm a one-man army. And if them niggas coming for me, I'm going out like Tony.
Gotcha. Scarface, the
Tony
last scene
Montana,
in
yeah.
Scarface. Yeah.
But he also said, I don't want no problems. He said, I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. I just want my money. So everybody caught on like, oh, you owe him. And then
Hip-hop
a
lives
couple
in
months,
ATL.
about like 2 or 3 months after he dropped the mixtape,
Yeah.
you heard TMZ and all like, he's suing Birdman because Birdman owed him for albums. And then that was when everybody was like, oh.
If you give the police information and their reaction is, oh my God, we missed that. Oh my, I can't believe we missed that Tony Montana. Oh yeah, Scarface. Oh yeah. You shouldn't be telling them that information. That right there is the
Yeah, they heard that information. You heard the lady. She was like, "Oh, yeah, Write that down, actually. Yeah, so Birdman, yeah, because that would give him motive to do that. And that means that he could have actually been. So yeah, niggas is stupid. This is snitching.
That you shouldn't be telling them. If
Yeah,
their
you shouldn't be
reaction is
telling them.
that, you just messed up.
Yeah, bro.
Bad.
I'm sorry, I had to make sure I was recording, bro.
Young Thug shouldn't have brought Birdman up, not one bit.
At all.
And Young Thug knew Birdman was a suspect in his Lil Wayne tour bus shooting. It's public information. In the Cobb County paperwork, they accused Young Thug and Birdman. All right, they alleged that Young
Thug and Lil Wayne's bromance went sour. I'm weak.
Tour bus.
Y'all remember that era, bro? That was a crazy era.
Young Thug does an interrogation, essentially putting it all on Birdman, letting them folks know Lil Wayne did say, Birdman got an army, and if they come for him, he's gonna go out like Scarface. Why are you telling the police this? It's crazy. Now, if you also pay attention, the driver of Lil Wayne tour bus actually sued Birdman.
What?
He sued Birdman for this shooting.
Oh, Lord.
That's how well known Birdman's involvement in this was.
Yeah.
So bringing Birdman up to the police at all is kind of crazy.
That is insane.
But it didn't stop there. Young Thug also told the police that Pee Wee Roscoe sold Lil Wayne drugs.
This motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This nigga in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? So weird. This nigga now shot at this nigga to us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck they said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block. I don't wanna block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. And knowing Roscoe, man, fuck drug. That fool. I'm like, you shot at somebody, bro? But I don't fuck because every day nigga broke fuck off. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
There's a lot more instances in that 2-hour interrogation footage.
Yeah, where he
but
snitches.
Just off of these two clips, people are on social media
going crazy.
They going crazy, bro.
Has he responded yet? Is the real question.
Perception, a reputation has been permanently ruined, and I don't care what y'all say, bro. Young Thug can't pop it no more as if he's Rat K. That era is over with, bro.
Yeah,
he can't pop it as if he's Rat K, bro. He can't pop it as if he's like the symbol for what a real street ninja is. That's not the case.
Yeah, it's gone, bro. That information right there was an informant.
Everybody else's standard has always been, when you in the police presence, you're quiet. Thug said a little too much. Now, from my perspective, the common sense, the gainfully employed perspective, I would have considered that snitching. But from Young Thug's criteria for what snitching is, by his own criteria, he's a rat.
Yeah.
Now, Young Thug and his team, they decided to go on social media to respond back to this. I don't know why, because all it did was make him look a little bit more crazy and guilty. But you could tell Young Thug and his team is absolutely panicking. They even started to throw out conspiracy theories.
Oh my!
Collusion to make Young Thug look like a rat. Young Thug reasoning for why he's not a rat is apparently because they didn't play his interrogation video in court. He says they didn't play it because he helped his brother. #ratware. You know who interrogation video they didn't play in court? You know who interrogation video they didn't use against Young Thug?
Who?
You know who Young Thug is still calling a rat? You guessed it. Gunna.
So as the defense team over there for Yak Gotti, you don't see an issue with Gunna saying that this is a game?
I'm not happy that he said it, but you know what? I can explain that to the jury. And his lawyer knows I can explain that to the jury.
That's how they allowed them to say that.
Over and over again. Max and I, everybody. We all explained it to the jury. And you know what? The jury understood. So what Gunna didn't hurt us at all. It didn't hurt us at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a heavy statement.
It's
and
true.
that's a lawyer. He went to school for 9 to 12 to 14 years to be a lawyer. And he's telling you, legally, he did not snitch. Legally, him saying that YSL was a gang did not do anything to the gang.
Saying it because it's true.
Right.
He didn't hurt us.
And you played in between the whistles, so you know. You know?
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
Look,
Making sure I'm
that
recording.
entire trial, that 2-year trial,
Damn, it was 2
Nothing
years.
Gunna said ever came up before the jury.
So
how can his plea have hurt me?
Wow.
Have hurt Yak?
Yeah.
It didn't.
What Gunna said,
And Yak was one of the
never
only people that
even
actually
made it
took
to the jury. It
to
never
trial
got
and
in front
won.
of a jury never heard it.
He was facing
But
like
somehow
200 years or
Young
something
Thug
like that.
came
Like
home
some
from
crazy
jail,
shit. Or was that
and
wife and
all
Lucci, I
he's
think.
done is call Gunna a rat, diss Gunna on Twitter, make Gunna out to be public enemy number one, as if Gunna like went to that court, took the stand against him. So this criteria cannot exist differently for different people.
Yeah.
The criteria must
gotta
be
be
the same.
fair, man.
If the criteria is
No choosing
not
sides,
snitching,
man.
if it wasn't used against you, then Gunna ain't snitch. If the criteria is if you talk to them folks and tell them information and use
You're
a
a
rat,
snitch.
then it
You're
looks
out
like
of here.
you might be a rat by your
Stitches
own
get
criteria.
stitches.
Now, other people who Young Thug has also pissed off since he's been home,
who
they've spoken out against Young Thug since
like
the
who?
situation has happened.
Who? I
You
want to see
have
this.
YSL Mondo. He made a video.
Oh,
and
I don't know this
he
guy.
has called Young Thug a rat officially.
A nigga beat him up, a Rico. Nigga come home, still talking about, oh, nigga ratted, nigga rat, nigga da-da-da. Bro, that's God. That ain't nothing but God biting you back in your ass. Because you probably been thankful that you just beat a life sentence and a Rico and came home and mind your business and been humble. But
Yeah.
instead, you still coming out pushing the rat narrative, bro, and all that, this, that, and the third. Now look, he came back and bought your bitch in the ass. That ain't the key. The thing is, too, though, he brainwashed people. He still got motherfuckers on the bitch talking about, and y'all heard with y'all own ear. You got motherfuckers talking about his AI. They did that in the third. And, oh, he ain't yeah. Nobody. Bro,
Thug should have just called and made better music.
Say these words. If y'all talking about a nigga like Gunna ratted from saying, yes, ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a nigga a rat by saying shit? They said Roscoe shot the bus up. And then a nigga like Roscoe did 10 years behind this shit. And you just got on the internet talking about a nigga didn't rat on you? Boy, your ass brainwash is sickening. Y'all niggas big daddy figures and y'all niggas be sitting back waiting on something good waiting on something to happen. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around. Maybe a nigga put me on. Maybe a nigga can get some out of nigga.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that P. Roscoe, the man that Thug was
That's
talking
exactly
about in his interrogation
is,
with
bro.
the police, I'm not surprised not one bit that he's online telling people that Thug ain't rat. I'm not surprised not one bit. What else would he do? What other option do he have? I'm sure Thug is paying his bills. I'm sure Thug is looking out. Yo, Pee Wee Roscoe is a multi-felon, don't have any life skills, don't have a trade.
Yeah,
he's not a rapper.
He was just
have a career that we.
He was just on the block hitting shit up. Like,
what other option do he have but to ride Young Thug's coattail and have Young Thug pay his bills?
Yeah.
You come out and try to stand on principles and stand on morals and stand on integrity and say, yeah, Young Thug ratted on me, bruh. Back to the homeless shelter you go. It's over with for you. Over with. But Pee Wee, not only did he come out to try to defend Young Thug, he then tried to divert the attention to other Atlanta people, claiming the only rats out there is Rollo, YSL Duke, and Gunna.
We're gonna go and put it on the table. Yeah, man. He said my name. You already told him. Yo, Roscoe won't do nothing like that. Yo, Roscoe sell him weed. Roscoe, yada yada. Nah, man. Come on, man. He ain't never put me on the scene or no crime or attachment to no crime. If anything, he helped me. That could have cost me him. So come on, man. Y'all got to be crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, man. A rat is that shit. Like, you see what's going on. You can't buy me. You can't pay me. Come on, man. I'm just like this Infinity. Third eye open, man. You feel what I'm saying? Well connected, overly respected. My mama couldn't do that in that shit, John. You feel what I'm saying? You know
selective politicking, rat. Yeah, selective politicking.
Everything about P. You know what I'm saying? I turned that motherfucker to a G. Come on, man. No, selective politicking, what y'all doing? Why 6ix9ine ain't no good? Y'all hanging with Gunna, Boston Richie, all these red niggas in the game, you feel what I'm saying? That on road and told ain't got on the stand with on demand. Yeah, that ain't, come on, bro. I'm looking at him and every day. Y'all let me on the stand and say he tricked.
Come on, Pete. I can tell y'all from the birds.
Come on, man. I love you, Jeffrey. Kept it over the real. Out of 30 months, and on the one I can look in the eye, because you know by law, you my only co-defendant, man. Come on, man. We still here with no tip, man. Made it through the storm without a bruise. Now I see the world.
We're one of the paperwork.
Come on, man. I'm going to give it to you raw as an oyster, man, on the shore. You dig what I'm saying? Not in the water where that motherfucker still living. Yeah. Aiden Ross called me tomorrow. We're going up. The paperwork part, it really been too long. I'm going to show you. Now, Thug ain't no snitch. I'm going to show y'all what snitch is tomorrow. I'm going to show you in black and white with no despite. If y'all saying Sergio good, this person good, why 6ix9ine ain't good? Go do a song with him. Y'all might well all rack up as the rat commodity. Yeah, that's elected politics. Waking up every day.
Niggas be doing selective.
Ooh, Scooty. Come on, man.
A lot of y'all gotta understand and understand this as soon as possible, especially if you're one of the dummies who are in the streets. Ain't no rules to the streets, y'all.
At all.
Listen,
at all. Whatever happens,
been
happens,
selling
bro.
out the streets for a bag for a while now. And this is just another occurrence of the streets selling out their morals and principles for a bag.
Yep.
Of course, what Young Thug did was bad. But of course, Pee Wee can't say that.
Yep.
It's the same way. Hey,
Of course, Pee Wee can't say
a
that.
lot of rappers go.
Now, let me know what y'all think in the comments. But from my perspective or my thoughts on it, in Young Thug's terms, he technically did snitch, because I feel like saying, yeah, well, they had said that Roscoe had shot it up, but I have no idea if that's true. That's still implementing him into a crime, which he then later got arrested for. So you still technically snitch. Then, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all guys later today, as I'm probably gonna be uploading more videos. I'm out. Peace.